Have a meditation class, work deeply inside. You know, it's a miracle that we can do this and that there are people here from literally all over the United States and Brazil. And I think this is some kind of miracle that was given us because of this COVID madness that's going on. And I think we all have to take advantage of it and use it in a really deep way. It's just another incredible opportunity to grow spiritually. You never know how God provides, you know? I mean, I'm always astonished at the things that come and the provisions that God makes for all of us to grow. Now, our job is to use them, never take them for granted and assume and procrastinate, but to use what's given, you know, so that we can grow spiritually and we can take every day, use every day so that those kind of doors open for us and that pathway really is revealed. It leads to a state of enlightenment. I mean, you know, Zoom is weird, but who knows? Life is weird. And, you know, I never know what's going to come every day and what incredible miracles take place that help me grow and I can help all of you grow if we use them consciously. If we don't use them consciously, if we take them for granted and we just assume, you understand, you know, life has a way also of guiding us down very strange paths. So let's use what is given to us. Let's use it in a deep way, you know, and let's use this miracle of Rudy's work, you know, that can be transmitted to people living all over the United States and Brazil and, you know, on Sundays and Tuesdays and Thursdays, there's people from 10 to 15 different countries that come to the meditation. To me, this is a miracle. This is a wonderment. And it makes me very grateful to be able to do this and to be able to share whatever I've learned in terms of Rudy's meditation practice with all of you. So everybody try and work deep inside, try to open, really try to ask in a profound way, you know, for the higher energy to come and to nurture your chakra system and help you to grow and develop a spiritual life. We'll have a meditation class. Muted, everyone. Does anyone have a question they would like to ask? You know, one of the reasons I really loved to sit with Rudy was because the energy was so strong. And I knew that in his presence, I would get broken down. I would be able to overcome, you know, all the limitations and problems I had in myself. I mean, it was, you know, the feeling was just being on fire. You know, all the garbage burning. It was like, you know, the Kundalini became a huge incinerator, burning up all the garbage inside. And he once said to me, you know, you could have some sweet Swami, some this, you know, I once said to him, you know, I want to go to India, you know, and study. And, you know, so he, you know, he looked at me with a big smile on his face. If you go to India, the only thing that's going to grow is your ass. And it was, you know, I mean, I learned later he was right. It's true. I mean, here I am sitting with this energy force that is so powerful that it can transform all of this crazy Stuart, this young crazy Stuart, into somebody who can have a spiritual life. And I'm talking to him about going to India. So it's really, you know, appreciating what the universe gives, what it provides for us, and not to ever think that, you know, we know better. It's just to take advantage of what the universe puts in our life. And every single one of us is given these kinds of opportunities to grow, to have a spiritual life. And most people just procrastinate. They put it off. Another time, another place. I got something else to do. I got to this, I got to that, I got to blah, blah, blah. It goes on and on and on. Until, it gets old. People get old, and they don't have the energy to really do it as they get older. The other day, somebody sent me a photograph of two students of mine who I knew 30 years ago and 25 years ago. And it was almost scary to me to see, them today and to understand how powerful this energy has become and how they never took advantage of it. They left. And what I'm saying is take advantage of what God puts into one's life. Use it, go deep with it, open with it, because the universe provides for us all the time. And we always make excuses why we don't use what the universe provides for us. It's like, I got a date, I got a this, I got a that, I got something, I got, there's a movie on television, I got, there's always something that people use as a way of procrastinating the immediacy of what God provides in one's life. So it's really, a simple kind of reality. We have to be smart enough to use what the universe gives us to use. And it's providing these things all the time. Every day of our lives, it provides us with opportunities to grow. Do we take advantage of them? Do we really use them? As a way of developing our consciousness and developing our inner lives and building a connection with higher energy in the universe. And ultimately, everyone has to do this, whether it's this lifetime or 200 lifetimes down the road. They all have to confront the immediacy of spiritual growth and use what God gives to develop an inner life that is strong enough, as I always say, to do three things. One is to connect with spirit. Second one is to be able to work out our karma, in the world. And the third one is to activate Kundalini, which is the pathway out of the world to freedom, to enlightenment. All three of these things are really powerful. And unless we take the time and make the effort to build the kind of system inside that can deal with spiritual energy. Spiritual energy is not some milquetoast, It's not an hors d'oeuvre. It's powerful energy. It's energy that's infinite in the universe. We have to have the inner strength to be able to receive that energy. Same way that life is such a powerful force that we have to deal with every day, the karma that we have to live through every day. We need inner strength to be able to deal with it. We need inner strength to be able to open the heart chakra so that we can interact with life, with love, with kindness. But if we don't have that inner strength, you understand, it's impossible to interact with life in an unconditional way, with love, with compassion, with kindness, lack of judgment, letting life be and learning from it. It's a teacher, it's a great teacher. And Kundalini is another powerful force. All three of these things are essential if we're going to build a system inside ourselves that's going to attain a state of enlightenment. And they're not separate from each other. Living in the world is not separated from receiving spiritual energy. One is truly connected to the other. Being free of the world is not separated from receiving spiritual energy and living in the world. They're all connected. And in order to do all these things consciously, we are required, really, literally, to build an inner life that is strong enough to do it. That's what these classes are for. That's all they're for. It's not for me to have students and disciples and lineage and all this stuff. I'm not interested in any of that stuff. I'm interested in developing people that are strong enough to have their own independent connection with God. And ultimately, if they're going to teach what I teach, it's my job to prepare them so they're strong enough to do it. Because this is not an easy job. I can testify to that. I hope it's clear what I'm talking about, because that's the essence of what Rudy taught me. Told me, I've said this a million times, don't worship me, don't build shrines to me. You know, just learn what I have to teach. Learn it so that you can have your own independent connection with God. I mean, that's the key to all of this. Not to be a disciple and, you know, all this stuff that people do. It's to truly build your own unique, independent connection with higher energy in the universe. That's my job, to help people do that. And if you do that, you will give me the greatest gift that any human being can give me, because you doing that will help to free me. And my job, really, I want to get free. I don't want to keep coming back here to all the rounds of bullshit you have to deal with in this world. I want to ultimately just, you know, become one with higher energy to take care of what my job is on the earth, so I can do that. Does anyone have a question they would like to ask? And ultimately, you know, just an addendum, it's all about getting strong enough to just love unconditionally. That's what it's about. God is love. We need to build the strength inside ourselves so that we can live in this world and love unconditionally. And we can let life be our teacher. Instead of we knowing better than life, listen to it. Let it teach us. Let it really help us develop consciousness in ourselves. So I've been around here a lot longer than all of us. Does anyone have a question they would like to ask? Try to digest all this. It's very powerful stuff, I know. And try to digest it, you know, take it inside, let it build the chakra system, let it help you grow. It's just Shakti, it's energy. The words are just Shakti, it's just energy. Take it inside and allow it to really build you. And hopefully when this COVID thing is, you know, I mean, I'm going to try to start a center somewhere in the world. I don't know where, but I'm getting closer to having an idea. And, you know, people can come. We can do retreats and healing sessions and get on, you know, not, you know, Zoom training, but, you know, in life training, direct contact. And I think that would be fantastic. I mean, I have a little bit of resistance to that because I have run meditation centers and ashrams and all my life. And I once said it's enough already, but I think it's necessary. I see really committed people in front of me, and I think that will do nothing but help people to build the kind of inner life I'm talking about. Does anyone have a question they would like to ask? Okay, there'll be a meditation tomorrow evening and same time. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. God bless you all for being here and, you know, doing this work and demanding of me, because I need to be demanded of. And I truly appreciate the effort that you all make to do this meditation and to grow in your lives. So bless you all. Thank you. Hopefully I'll see everybody tomorrow night.
Thank you so much.